Hello friends and family on YouTube. I'm in the kitchen again. And I wanted to share with you one of the desserts I featured on Facebook that I created for the Thanksgiving holiday. Here's a picture of it. I doctored it up for sugar-free purposes, but that's basically what it looks like. It is called a caramel apple dessert, and along the way I will be telling you what it is that I did to make it sugar free or less harmful to us. It starts off with vanilla wafers. I'm making it in a smaller scale today because I'm filling this vessel for my mom-in-law, but you can use a rectangular Pyrex pan, which it calls for. I'm trying to doctor it up, give her something. It was really good, and you don't give nobody a gift that's empty, you know. So I'm going to do a trifle with it instead of layering it out the way it's supposed to be. It calls for 60 vanilla wafers, but being as though I'm making it, like I said, on a smaller scale, I think I got about half that, and the noise you're hearing is me crushing them up. I've already... I'm making dinner too. Beat it. Ask Cliff. If you got anything to ask me, ask Cliff right now. Go back. So on the stove I melted some butter. And I'm just about to combine the two now. And set it aside to cool off a little bit. Little stubborn bits. I'm not even sure if vanilla wafers come in sugar-free, but you know, when you dip it out a serving, you get maybe a spoonful or two. What's that, 1 or 2 worth of vanilla wafers? I don't think it'll be that bad, especially since everything else is reduced fat and sugar-free. Well, not with this recipe. As I said, I'm gonna give you the Will's Friendly recipe as I go along. Yes, I'm still crunching. Alright. And I'll be right back. Okay, and I'm back. Wanted to show you the next step. Next step is a pack of cream cheese. I'm keeping that proportion the same. You know, so like the vessel comes out. And then you put some crumbs at the bottom, and then you layer. Blah, 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 blah. I'm not using anything fancy. It calls Philadelphia cream cheese because it's on their website. But you know what? You get what you can get. Cream cheese. Whole pack. Goes into your handy mixer. Along with 1/4 cup of milk. With this part, if you can't tolerate milk and you have your soy or your lactate or what have you, you can replace it with almond milk, what have you. And you know what you can even do is make you up if you got some vanilla protein left over. Yeah, boost the protein on it. And use 1/4 cup of that in there. Make sure it's like vanilla, but like not unflavored. I think that would, you know, something to boost the flavor, you know, not just be there too. Alright. Cream cheese has been added. Alright. I'm just using low-fat milk right now. 1/4 of a cup of low-fat milk. And need to add some sugar. 1/4 of a cup of sugar. But being as though this is the Will's house, even though I said it's not going to be it's going to be just about the regular recipe, we still are using alright. Need a fork. Fourth of a cup. And we're going to beat that. Alright. We're going to get this thing a whipping, and then we're going to come back. And we're going to show you the progress. Alright. Alright guys, I'm here to show you the consistency. My little bowl at work. It's still kind of lumpy, so I might give it a few more minutes. See that? A nice spreadable texture. Let's kick it up a notch, shall we? Kick it up a little bit more. Check this feature out. Warp drive. I like that feature. I like it a lot. And it's pretty much there. So once I'm done with this, I'm going to show you what I need to do next. Okay guys, big blunder on my part. Forgot to tell you, we need to add 1 cup of Cool Whip to the mix. So I use like the low fat, the low sugar kind when I make mine. But being as though she's not restricted, she's got the extra creamy. Gotta love the mom-in-laws, right? So, like I said, once I come back, I'm gonna eyeball it, mind you. Just gonna eyeball it. Makes it nice and light and fluffy, even more spreadable. So, like I said, I'm gonna be back. Let's just say after these messages, be right back. I'll start working on the Jello component. With the Jello, I usually use the sugar-free Jello. Like I said, she's not on a restriction, so she got the regular Jello instant. Calls for 2 packages of that. Just to let me show. It also calls for caramel. And here's the thing, this happens to be her favorite caramel. It comes from the Wawa. I got connections at Wawa, so I got her favorite caramel. But what I usually use is Smucker's makes a sundae syrup or caramel syrup that's sugar free. I'm just showing this to you. I know it's chocolate, but they make a sugar-free caramel syrup, and that's what I use on mine. Alright, so like I said, I'm gonna be back. Oh, quick note, moms, this is a lifesaver. This is what the kids are having tonight. You make your own crush, you mix it, proof it, and then you just, for, what was it? I paid like $3 and some change for that. Cheaper than delivery. You can make 2 pies out of it. What a deal. I'm giving you deals today, and that my friend, is a deal. I'll be back with the next steps though. Okay, we're back. Being as though we're so close to being done, and I do want to show you some of the process of the assembly. At the bottom of your bowl or pan, you spread a little of the crumbs. Being as though, like I said, being as though mine is more of a trifle, I've left it a little bit more chunky to go with this. Okay. My hands are clean, I washed them. Put that down in there. Nice layer down at the bottom. You know what? I shouldn't even have showed you that stage, because you know what? We still gotta do the pudding. Alright, let's get started with this pudding then. Bring the mixer back in. And down. And down. Okay. We'll start with the pudding. Now with the pudding, with the milk with the pudding, unfortunately, there is a note on pudding. Well, it was when I looked at it one time. Let me see if this one has it. About you're not able to use soy milk with pudding because it won't set correctly. Alright, I'm not saying it, but take my word for it, because I have did it before knowing it. Soy milk and pudding doesn't set properly. So you're going to have to use low or maybe 2%, but you got to make sure it comes from a cow with this stage. So there's pack 1. And we got pack number 2. Get rid of some of this trash. Alright, 3 cups of milk. I'm using low fat because me and whole milk don't get along, so me and just about every milk don't get along very well. Let's get her going. Let's start off slow, because to this what we're going to add is it got so messy, caramel sauce. Let's take a moment, scrape the bowl or whatever you got. I like that it turns. All I gotta do is be still and scrape the bowl. Now you let this go for 2 minutes. I'm not going to power boost this because it'll be all over the place. I think we can crank it up a little bit more since it's thickening. Yeah. That's the stuff right there. I don't know if we've been going 2 minutes, but I'm just going to prep the caramel. It calls for 1/4 of a cup, so this looks like about 1/3. No, it looks like, I don't know what it looks like. Let's put it into the measuring cup so we could be precise. 1/4 of a cup. It's like next to nothing in this big old container. Wow, that's pretty spot on. Maybe one more. And more get used. More gets used than like drizzled over the top. So if we don't use all this, it's okay. Here we go. Where is that spoon I had? Oh, it's with the other stuff. Okay. We're now adding the caramel. Husband was down here, he would not let that go to waste. All right. Let's crank this up a little bit. It makes it a little darker. All right. Looks like we're ready. Yeah, I snuck some. Don't judge me. All right. Shaky, shaky. There we go. The dough does not seem to want to double. My pizza dough don't want to double. It's rebelling against me. All right. Here we go. The last final steps with this will be 2 different layers. What are they? Where my pecans go?
I want to help.
No. The oven is on. You know how I feel about the oven. And you could go down here putting the ovens on. Go ahead. Maybe lucky you still up. Okay. We have our cream cheese mixture. Our vessel with some of the vanilla wafers at the bottom. Caramel sauce. And the recipe calls for peanuts, but I like to use pecans. Pecans are my favorite. I love pecans. I got chopped pecans here. So, first layer is the cream cheese layer. Maybe 2 good dollops for this purpose, but for if you're making it in a cake form, you put your crumbs out, press it down like a graham cracker crust, and then it would be this layer. Spread it around real nice like. Next layer be the pudding layer. What? Tell your dad. I don't like spiders. Tell daddy. Me and spiders don't get along. I don't know why you even came down here with that nonsense. He tripping. What I'm going to do with a spider? But scream and call for my husband. Like I always do. I think they just want to see my reaction. See how's it going now? Layers. What I'm gonna do is, yeah, for hers, pecan layer. Ooh. I'm sorry, I like pecans. I just got distracted and sprinkling pecans. Some more of these crumbs. Another layer after this. Back to the cream cheese layer. Next is the pudding. Maybe leftover pudding for the chillins. They'll get it tomorrow. Don't need them on no kind of sugar highs. As it gets later into the evening, go. And back to the pecans. Yep, I got heavy-handed with the pecans again. Don't laugh at me. Back to the crumbs. And I'm going to save a little bit of the crumbs for like top decoration. Come along pretty decent there. Okay. And the last layer of cream cheese. Has a hard time sticking in one place, make sure it touches the edges of the bowl. Surefire cure. Well, people ain't gonna see this later anyhow. This is not the decorative top. So we're going, the final top layer would be just plain whipped cream. Open! The whipped cream was fighting me. Okay. So, a little bit more, since it's only a little bit here, of the cream cheese filling. Should have cleaned that up so it could be well defined. That. Yeah, I licked it. Got it. We're just going to come back when everything is said and done. Alright, we're back. And this is the trifle. Final stages are sprinkle, dish out the last of these crumbs. I made like little peaks and valleys with the regular whipped cream. Make it cute, homeadey. If I had a piping bag, I would have probably did the business to it. Cute little swirls and humps and such. But my mama-in-law is like a homemade type of woman. She makes so many cakes and pies for the holidays. It's not even funny. There we go. Next, pecans. I don't know why I get French when it comes to the pecans. Don't ask me. Do not comment below like what's with the accent. Pepe Le Pew. Like, this is a pretty good recipe. Like, if you still have friends that I mean, of course, we all have friends who haven't had weight loss surgery, but this can be adapted. Be eaten so in a non-Wills format and a Wills format. Yep, we're getting heavy-handed again, people. Tell me when to stop. Should have stopped a long time ago, shouldn't I? All right. It's not mine. It's not yours, Chanda. Okay. The last is this Carmel, potato. You want the fine drizzle. So you just take it across like that. Oh, that's pretty, ain't it? Yeah, that's the stuff right there. There we go. Give me 1 second and I will give you a close-up. And that look just downright delicious. There we go. She finally got it right, people. Look at that. And there's the layers. It didn't come out so perfect, but you can identify the different layers. So, I want to thank you guys for watching me go through this process. Maybe you liked it, maybe you didn't. Hey, I'm sorry it took so long, but cooking is a process. Hey, so if you like this and you want to give this, make it for somebody, ask the perfect format to give it to somebody, or like I said, the cake pans or what have you. I guess I'll talk to you guys later. I hope you enjoy this. Bye bye.